Hi, my name is Katie Tullis, and my topic covers the BACB task list items D3, defining features of single subject experimental designs, D4, describe advantages of single subject experimental designs compared to group designs, D5, use single subject experimental designs such as reversal, multiple baselines, multiple element, and changing criterion. And D6, rationale for conducting comparative, component, and parametric analyses. I chose these four task list items because they all work together as a unit. During the mock BCBA exam, I scored the lowest, or not the lowest, but pretty low in experimental designs, mostly because it has been several years since I have taken my course at Ball State University in single subject experimental designs, which through the rest of this presentation I'll refer to as SSEDs. I found 3 articles that review all of these topics and offer their own perspective utilizing these task list items. The article by Byers, Ritchell, and Simmons is an interesting read because it is actually written from the perspective of speech-language pathologists and their work with communication disorders. But they also use single subject experimental designs in their work. This is not surprising because our fields have similar overarching goals when it comes to increasing language, but we approach it in different ways and using different sciences. I also really like this article because it was a great review of what SSEDs are, the different types of SSEDs, and provided a table of different research questions, advantages, and disadvantages of the 6 different types. This has a lot of practical use for me, who will be studying for her BCBA certification exam. The article covers 3 of the task list items under D, experimental designs, including D3, defining features of single subject experimental designs, D4, describe advantages of single subject experimental designs compared to group designs, and D5, use single subject experimental designs such as reversal, multiple baseline, multi-element, and changing criterion. Not only does it provide all of this relevant information, but it also informs BCBA and stakeholders of considerations that are important for selecting evidence-based practices, also known as EBPs. Not all clearinghouses and other organizations that provide meta-analyses of interventions and creating comprehensive lists of EBPs are using the same criteria. This usually creates different results. It is important to review EBPs and research through the lens of philosophical doubt, and we should be skeptical of them all, even when they are considered EBPs. We need to conduct our own analyses and determine the appropriateness for each of our clients. The article by Daora, and Sella, 2022, is an interesting read because it discovered that clearinghouses and other organizations are not using the same criteria for determining and classifying EBPs. This is confusing. This can be confusing to clinicians and stakeholders interested in reading the literature because it does not provide consistent information. Rather, it is the responsibility of the clinician and stakeholders to decipher what is most appropriate for the client or child. As a future BCBA, this provides me with information that allows me to consider the classifying criteria of different meta-analyses and determine which are more conservative. I also believe it means that we should also consider the individual needs of our clients and choose what is best for them based on their individual needs, which we are supposed to do anyways. The article by Moyart and others is an interesting read that provides information and definitions for several types of SSEDs, but also talks about several analyses of multiple SSED types. This study has significant findings for meta-analyses of types of SSEDs and how they are evaluated within the field of ABA. EBPs are identified through results learned from RCTs and SSEDs. However, if all SSEDs are being compared with the 6 different types of SSED designs, we may be missing vital differences among the different designs, as this study found. This means that general assumptions are being made about the average effects of the SSEDs and may not apply to each individual design. As a future BCBA, this means it is important to consider meta-analyses and consider the types of the designs in their analyses.